everybody, hello, welcome to another week of Paint with Pete. I think we are day 10. Just going to close those windows, I'll be 2 seconds. Okay, hello. It is 10 o'clock, my name is Pete Obsolete, you are locked in with Paint with Pete. Hello to everybody watching. A massive thank you to everybody who's watched over the past week, 2 weeks, and shouts to Manchester's Finest for yesterday's Paint with Pete, where we created a bit of a doodle wall and we asked the audience to come up with interactive sentences, funny little silly raps for me to draw, much like on Overdrawn or at Overdrawn, which is the art night that I run with Dave G and Mr. Charlie Crosby. They are hiding underneath here. If you do want to see those, please have a look on Manchester's Finest. I think it'll be the latest video. But yeah, you can see me creating a doodle wall live. We had some crazy suggestions. This one was, hand sanitizer is the new appetizer, just so I get that right. We also had quarantine and make-believe. So I did a big genie with a mask on, repping the NHS. We also had Mycicles riding tricycles. So I did like an evil it clown mouse. And then we also had Sticky Vicky as well. So I did Queen Victoria eating some sticky toffee pudding. So if you want to see how I drew them or the process I went through to do that, please have a look at Manchester's Finest. Today, again, we're just having a nice creative hour, 10 to 11 every weekday. Today's Tuesday, the 10th day of Paint with Pete. So I've basically just set my studio up again. Again, I'm just going to go straight over the paper as well. So I've got my 4 canvases, 3 bits of cartridge paper, and another record sleeve that we're going to do. I kind of want to limit it today, so I'm going to limit myself to 3 colours. So I'm just going to use black and white and gold. I don't really use black, white and gold that much, so I want to see how that works, and obviously we're going to play with layers. We're also going to do some simple lettering ideas as well. We're just going to go down a kind of bubble font. You might have seen it last week with the Stay Safe. He is also underneath here for the background for Big Ron. Thank you for Mr. Dylan Seymour for naming my guy. So again, he wasn't finished last week. I thought he was. I'm happy letting things evolve. So this guy, we might put another layer on him. Today I will be using my paintbrushes. So again, I've got my big decorator brush, my skinny guys, thin and a middle sized dude, and then we've got Mr. Dead as well. So this is a Dead brush. He's called Mr. Dead, that's his name. I'm going to use a little bit of the liquid metallic gold from Montana. Again, that will kill your brush unless you've got strong cleaning materials. Again, I'm using a dead brush. He is already dead. I want to use the effect of the brush within the ink. I've also got my Poscas, a couple of pencils. I'm ready. So get your station set up, make sure it's clean, or you've got a clean area. You've got a bit of elbow room as well. If you need permission from the person, if you're drawing on something you need permission for, please get that permission. If you need a hand, give a parent or guardian a shout. Again, if you're an adult drawing with me, good morning. Hello, everybody. Good morning to Reverend Austin and Andy Morris. Good morning. Today, my t-shirt is repping Art Battle Manchester. Art Battle Manchester, if you want something to look at or you want to see some local artists paint live, please go and check Art Battle Manchester out. So many words. Art Battle Manchester. I was lucky enough to paint at the, I can't remember which one it was, but it was at the Royal Exchange Theatre. 10 artists painting for 30 minutes only in front of 700 people. People vote, you go through, you get announced the winner of Art Battle. Sadly I didn't win, but my piece did sell. So thank you to the amazing Art Battle Manchester audience. I work with them quite a lot on stores and a bit of merch and all that sort of stuff. I'm a t-shirt guy. So please check them out. Again, we're going to get some music on. Pro P instrumentals again. I love this guy's vibe. I like everything about the music he makes and the kind of the beats within it and the softness in the beat, as well as some of the harder stuff as well. So I really like drawing to hip hop. So again, Pro P on the music, Art Battle Manchester on the t-shirt. So let's go. We may as well get started. Let's get some music on, get some vibe in here. I've got my brew as well. I've got brew time at 10:30. Shout out to everyone. Hello, Katie Abigail. Good morning, Mrs. Barton. So again, really what I'm using today is my black acrylic. He's running out, so I need to tip him upside down. Just grab my white. And again, we also have some standard, well, not standard at all, System 3 acrylic. So what I'm going to do first, again, just to get myself into the drawing idea. I know it's Tuesday. Yesterday was Manchester's finest. We had a doodle day, so I'm nice and warmed up from the doodles. I'm going to just put a black wash over this one. I'm going to do a gold wash over this one. After the gold wash, I'm going to put some lettering in. And then we're going to just layer, layer, layer. I'm going to do the same thing over and over and over again. Kind of like the skulls, so we draw a shape and work over it. I'm just going to keep going with those letters. So, get my brush, just give them a little bit wet. Got my standard paint pot. I just need to take out what I need. It's not going to be that much yet. So again, saturate brush. And again, just doing the vertical lines going down. Nice easy wash. Again, if you're only using pen and pencil today, hello, welcome. I'm not expecting you to fill that page with a pen or a pencil. It will take ages. But again, all I'm doing is staying creative and creating backgrounds that I can use throughout the week. And again, I really like this kind of background layer. If you've seen the pieces from last week, you'll be able to see the kind of baselines and what they look like from the start. But again, this is just a really good way of getting a nice background and letting things happen quite naturally. I'm going to black up half of this as well. I'm not going to black up, I'm going to paint the record sleeve half black. So again, just getting it in there, nice and thick. Nothing too serious whatsoever. Give them a little half fade. Again, I realise I'm going over my own work from yesterday. Again, I don't mind that. It's not something that I'm worried about. And obviously I know I can redraw them if I wanted to, or use that as a canvas later on. Again, because the bottom half I want it kind of empty, I'm just going to do a really loose thing over it. Again, obviously this one, for the record sleeve especially, it's got two sides to it, like every story. So I know that if I do something on here, it can be the opposite, it can be the same on the other side, and obviously I'm using the processes now, so I can remember those processes and go back to them if I wanted to. Clean my brush. Again, I'm wearing painted joggers, so I've got my uniform on, I'm ready to paint. So any spare paint that I have can just go straight on the joggers. And obviously drying brushes are quicker as well. There's the guy. Good. Okay, so for the gold, this is going to be interesting. Normally I use the On The Run Soul tips as well for outlines and sometimes filling. But if you don't look after them, they go a bit dry. This guy's a little bit dry. I'll show you what that looks like. So he's really kind of thin and not really kind of fluid enough. So again, take a brush you don't need. Again, the more I affect this brush, the better almost the effect will be. So the more I kind of use this, and technically I'm using it wrong. So forgive me, this is not a technical lesson or anything. This is just all about trying to find a line, trying to find an effect that you like and that you can take forward into the next piece. So again, please don't copy me for any sort of technical knowledge. I have been through uni, I've been through school, obviously college and all that sort of stuff, but again, how the ink affects the brush might affect something else later on. So again, fluidity, all about movement and momentum and keeping that idea going and just being okay with the fact that it will change. I'm going to hold my breath as soon as I open this thing because it's horrible. Give them a little mix first. Oof. There we go. Ooh. So, super gloopy. And again, you can see it really destroying the brush. I mean, the brush looks cool, but it is killing him softly. So we get a nice little gold wash, nothing too serious. We're just getting some ink on that white to break it up. But this, I mean, already this looks really chrome. Wow, that really does smell. Not going to talk for a minute. Wow, apologies for the radio silence just then. That was me holding my breath because this stuff is pretty noxious, all right? You should be wearing a mask every time you do this because I'm using so little. I'm holding my breath, okay? Being very, very, very cautious about that as well. This is not good for anything. Apart from creating amazing art, and obviously, as you can see, it's super reflective. I haven't angled this, the sun just happens to be in a position. So the reflection of that gold is a really, really, really nice finish. It's a nice finish, but it's also a nice layer. So that can sit back behind the other layers that we're going to put on. And again, all I've done is some simple shapes, basic kind of head shape. We're going to do a skull. Again, I find myself easing into art by doing stuff that I know I can draw already. So obviously I do a lot of skulls. So by doing something that I know to start with, builds me confidence, gets me a bit more on it for the rest of the drawing as well. So all we've done again, black line and gold. We've just done a gold wash here, put a big X on one, just to break the page, just to give him something. And then we've got our record sleeve as well. Already kind of going down the idea of what a vinyl looks like up close. So a record is made up of, it's a piece of vinyl with grooves in it that give the sound. This can emulate that idea of a circular record. So let's just have a touch test. I mean, this stuff dries super quick. Again, it's a nice day today, so it's quite warm, so the paint's reacting really well to stuff. While they're waiting, I'm going to have a little think about this guy. So I know I keep putting black over things, but again, it gives it a really nice kind of background. And as you can see from the visual of this, having a bit of noise behind it kind of loses its strength. So I think all I'm going to do is put some black behind here. Again, pull that, excuse me, pull that skull out. I might edit the teeth as well because the skull is face on at the moment like this, and I kind of want him to be turned a little bit. So we'll see if we can edit that. If not, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to put some black paint on the outside of this. So again, I know my brush is still a little bit wet, which is perfect for that coverage. Another little shake. You can all see this guy? Lovely. Okay, cool. Who else is online? Hello. Guerrilla Movement. How are we doing, boys? I collaborated with these amazing guys a couple of months ago on t-shirts and hoodies. Check those guys out. Who else is there? Stephen Wilkins, good morning. Jojo Camarilli, morning. Forgive the pronunciation of your name. So again, I want to keep a little bit of that pink in the border. So I'm just going to do a kind of light wash. And this is just the evolution of Ron. Thank you to the Seymours, specifically Mr. Dylan Seymour, for giving this guy a name. Again, I like to give my artwork names. It gives me a bit more of a personal link to the artwork. And obviously they keep you company as well. So again, kind of overkilling it with this decorator brush. But again, the weight of the paint is what I'm looking for from the brush. And we're just going to do another light wash around the edge. Just so there's a little bit of a grain of white coming through. Non-technical terminology here goes. Okay, I'm going to switch my idea up again a little bit. So I want it to be darker at the bottom. So I want a little fade at the top. So how I'm going to do that, get some paint on my brush, go from the bottom to the top. And by the top, as you can see it, a lot thinner. And you're just getting the kind of brush strokes in it. Good. I might switch to my slightly thinner brush, just to get these little areas a little bit more accurate. So again, what we're doing, washing over. The other way of thinning the paint, a little bit more water on the brush. Got my big pink paint bucket, obviously. So again, we're going to go solid at the bottom. I might even bring some gold into this as we're using black, white and gold. And obviously the mid-tone of pink, so mid-tone of white and red will fit, I think. So we'll try that in a minute. So scratchy. Again, as your paint runs out, that's also a really good time to use it. So all I'm doing is dragging a wet brush over the remnants of my black, and it's still picking bits up, which I like. I need. Okay, so I'm not going to be scared of this. I'm just going to go over this dude a little bit. We can go over him. Again, I just want to pull that perspective out so he looks like he's looking in a certain direction. Loosey gooseys, nice. Again, just using that last bit of the paint just to get him a little bit more formed. I can obviously, once this is dry, this might take another couple of days. Absolutely fine with that. I might go over, well, I'm definitely going to go over this in white acrylic again just to give him the shape and give him his face back. But until then, we're just going to finish him up. Okay. I've just got to go and change my water. I've got my big pink bucket of water. I've just got to go and change it. Might be 30 seconds. Hello. Sorry about that. So I've just got some new water. Again, just leave the brushes in there, keep them nice and wet so you can use them again, otherwise they will die. Much like Mr. Dead. Okay, cool. Lovely stuff. Okay, so again, let's do a little touch test on our gold. Mr. Skull is still a little bit wet. This guy's looking nice and flat. Record sleeve is getting there, he's just drying. Again, all I'm doing, touch testing, super light so you're not going to leaving fingerprints and getting paint on your hands. Okay, cool. So I'm going to look at this guy to start with. Again, I want to bring some lettering in. So we've got quite a few phrases that are coming out, certainly in the past couple of weeks. So things like stay safe, wash your hands, be good, I think be excellent to each other is a really nice metaphor anyway. Shouts to Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. So I think we're going to go with be excellent to each other. We can also do stuff like send love, show love, rep, you know, I heart NHS, anything like that. So if you are going to draw some letters with me, get your sheet of paper, think of a little sentence or a saying. Again, whether it's something you've freestyled or you come up with yourself, or something that is already, that you say already, that can be directly applied to the time that we're in. So I think be excellent to each other is a really nice metaphor. It might be a little bit too long for this. I think stay safe, we've already done a stay safe piece. So let's do be excellent to each other. I like a challenge. So I'm going to go be excellent to each other. I'm going to do that in a Posca. And I'm going to use my trusty Keith Haring pencil to draw him up first. Again, don't be scared to use pencils. Before you start using pens, it'll build your confidence in your line. And obviously you can rub this out as well, so it's editable. So you can draw something. If you like it, go over it in pen and rub the pencil lines out. But I'm just going to draw up just to make sure that the letters fit. If I freestyled it, if I did it ad hoc or off the cuff, I think the structure might be a little bit weird. So let's just draw up. See you in a sec. Okay, so I've penciled that in. You probably can't see that at all on there. That's a good thing. Okay, so the way I'm going to do these letters, again, all I'm doing is thinking about what a balloon looks like, and I'm thinking about what a letter looks like. If you've seen letter balloons, amazing. Again, please use the internet as a good resource for images. If you need to see letter shapes or balloons or anything, have a look on there. Again, I'm just going to do a simple bubble font that says be excellent to each other. I'm going to use a slightly thinner Posca. Shaky shake, and the lid comes off. So I keep the lids on. 5 minutes till brew time. Okay. Put my circles in. Okay, there we are. All I've done is written "Be excellent to each other" in a black Posca over some gold. Let's put some radiant lines in. There we go. So all I've done is populated that sheet, so filled it with gold, and then "Be excellent to each other." I penciled that in and I drew it over the top with a black Posca. Again, think of a nice saying or a metaphor. Again, if it's a piece that you want to give to your mum and dad, or your neighbour, or someone from the NHS, you know, you can still post, you can still leave it, post something through someone's door. Certainly if you know they're having a bit of a hard time, or if they just need someone to talk to. Again, we're in this together. Please look after yourself and each other. If it's getting a bit too crazy outside, take time for yourself. Very, very important. It's important to look after each other, but obviously you have to look after yourself as well. Drink some water, have some food, get some fruit, stick your head out the window if you haven't got a garden, go for a walk. You're not allowed outside, okay? Please keep your distance. Only do it once a day, but if you need to, please go outside and get some fresh air. It can be a lot. There's a lot of news happening. I think we had, just some crazy things going on. I can't remember the exact facts. I think we had the first drop in deaths in the country, which is amazing. Amazing thing to do. But we've got to make sure that we're reining that in and we're flattening that curve. So please limit your time outside. But if you need it, please do take it. It is now officially 10:30. I mean, one thing and one thing only, brew time. So, again, I'm only going to nip out for about a minute, 2 minutes. If you want to take 5 minutes, go and get yourself a cup of tea, get yourself a coffee, some water. Nice work so far. Again, all I can see is that gold glinting in the sunshine. So we've got our skull, he'll be dry by the time we come back. I need burping, excuse me. So he'll be dry by the time we come back, so we can do a white. Potentially, I might do another black layer over the top of that. Again, we're just building. I really like this effect in these bits. We've done a gold wash, be excellent to each other. Again, think of a phrase, stay safe, wash them handies, anything like that, peace and love, anything like that. We've also got a record sleeve that we've started. Again, these are all first kind of, effects today, first layers. We also have Big Ron, who's evolving every single day. So we're going to add something to him. Again, I can see just simply from looking at it in a different way that's very wet as well. That this shape of the face is coming in a little bit more. I can bring his jaw in, and then we can start playing with him a little bit and using a little bit more gold, a little bit more white, probably a little bit more black on him as well. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, brew time, 4 more minutes. Good morning to Nam Tram, Paul Ryan. Yes, Paul, how you doing? And Big Jimmy Slay in the building. Good morning, sir. If anyone wants some pop music sets to keep their booty shaking and their hands and their head moving and all that sort of stuff, Jimmy the Gent on Facebook. Jimmy the Gent, he does live sets. The guy's an absolute legend anyway. So cheers everybody. I'm gonna go and make another brew, why not? Lovely stuff. Cheers, guys. Just a couple of other things to check out. If you are looking for something to keep your head busy and something to watch as well. So, if you have small children or children of any age, however big you are, I'm a massive kid, please log in or check into Afternoon Assembly with the Connors on Facebook. 1 o'clock till 1:30, 2 every day. They do singing, they do some jokes. They'll read a book as well, so if you've got a small kid with a book, you can read along with them. Absolutely amazing. Again, Jimmy the Gent, if you want some pop music, some bit of boogie for you for the afternoon. If you want to have a look around some galleries, please do. There is a new Keith Haring and Jean-Michel Basquiat exhibition online. Matter Press, I think that is. I'll put it on my page. If you do want to have a look around a gallery, there's Keith Haring and Basquiat collab gallery. Amazing stuff. Again, also shouts to Urban Artistry. If you want to see some videos of artists, local artists, national artists, spray painters, fine artists, loads of different type of people. Most of their videos are people painting on a scrapyard. Fascinating. I cannot wait to join you, Andy Morris. When this all blows over, we're going to lock it in. So yeah, have a look at who's the other guy? Nardwuar, the Human Serviette. That might sound like a whole collection of different words put together. They are. Nardwuar, the Human Serviette. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Put it into YouTube. The guy's an interviewee extraordinaire. He's been interviewing for the past 30, 40 years. Everyone from Nirvana to Jay-Z and Pharrell and Action Bronson. Loads and loads of different people. So if you want to be really, really entertained and find out some interesting stuff, please watch Nardwuar, the Human Serviette. He is an interviewer. His interview technique is unique. And he's just such a character, such a really nice dude, and a character as well. He's interviewed everybody, absolutely everybody. Check his TED Talk out as well. So Nardwuar, TED Talk, that is TEDx Vancouver. Please check him out. His whole TED Talk is about how asking and being nice has got him everywhere. Again, follow that guy, he's amazing. That's the end of brew time, 25 minutes left to go. So I'm gonna see what else I can do on these. So again, I wanna bring something in here. So I just wanna put a black line skull over the top of the gold. Look how gold he is, that's ridiculous. Amazing, looks like Indiana Jones went hunting for it. We're gonna put a skull over this guy and we're gonna bring these letters out. So all I wanna do behind the letters that we've done, so the letters stay gold, I'm gonna put my rune camo into this piece. So let's go. Again, simply one eye being slightly narrower, it gives it a direction, like he's looking somewhere. Do a different kind of skull this time. But but still have the signature lines in. So again, like we did last week, we did how to draw a face last week. If you want to check that out, Obsolete Art Manchester, check the videos out. Obviously the skull is the baseline of your face, is the skeleton of your whole structure. So we do have the two eyes, the nose and the mouth. And again, by practicing that face, you can then solidify the ratios, and then you can then start working on how to freestyle with them. So obviously my guys have big eyes, small noses and really wide mouths. That's fine, you can draw whatever you want. Just finish this guy up a little bit. Again, just using the templates of what I've already painted as a kind of guide. I've got a rough skull. Next is going to be the rune font. So what I'm going to do is put my rune font behind the letters. So again, it's got a black background. I'm going to push it up. Thank you. I have a handsome back. Right back at you, bro. This is for you. No, I'm joking. Okay, again, all we've done is fill my Be Excellent piece with my own rune camo. So again, if you want to see that up close, this is what I call my rune camo. So again, these are lyrics If you write them in a circle like this, it's called a canon, apparently. So this is that. But again, the writing is the same on the back. I did set myself a little challenge because I put the writing first. I'm going to go this side. Hello. That doesn't matter. Again, it's just a little test to see what the pen is doing. And again, I don't have time to do the black and then the gold and the black and the gold. So, he's getting somewhere. Again, all I've done is put masking tape around the edges. So we've got a little border. Just like that. Hold on. So once we take the masking tape off, I don't know if you can see that, we've got a super, super clean edge. And that means we can be as creative as we want over that canvas. We can do anything we want on it. I can paint that black if I wanted. I can paint it white, whatever you want. And once you take that masking tape off, it will give it its own frame. So if you do frame it, it ends up having its own frame. I think this will be the point of the show where I will shout this out. So I love doing these sessions, and obviously I'm using quite a lot of art materials to do that. I would be doing that anyway. However, Jackson decided to buy one of the first pieces from the first week. So Jackson donated £30. He gets this piece. Again, I'll stick to that. If anyone wants to make me an offer for any of the pieces that we create, obviously I can send them out. I will be going to the post office once a week. So if you do, please stay inside, but once a week, mask and gloves and everything sorted, one journey we're done, just to make sure. If anyone does want to buy one of the pieces, or put an offer in, or talk to me privately about anything, please do. Again, some of the pieces that we have created, just so you can see, these were the first weeks. This was last week with the pink and blue week. Mr. Neville. Mr. Blue Heart. I need a name for this guy. If you want to come up with a name for him, please do. And then that's the heart as well. So give me a shout if you want to DM me, or give us a call or whatever, please do. These look so glinting, it's amazing. Shouts to Mr. Trafford Parsons and Sophie Foster in the building. How are we doing, everybody? Hope everyone's good. Hope Trafford's keeping arty and fluid and creative as well. Thanks for joining us this morning, mate. Nice one. I've not put that on straight. And let's see, do the test. Again, I realise I've painted over this and painted and painted and painted. It looks a little bit lopsided, a little bit weird at the moment. But there are things like this that start happening. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. But simply by going acrylic over acrylic will leave the lump underneath. I really like that depth. I really like that effect. I think you can just not. There we go. I know it's not straight. Yeah, I know that those kind of effects will come out. So if I do layer and layer and layer, there will be certain ridges in it, and certainly with this one, to stay safe, you can see the ridges in it. There's a bit of relief, and again, it's that human element that I look for. I like those tears, I like those brush strokes. Okay, how long we got? 15 minutes, let's keep going. So, I'm going to put some white over this dude. Again, that pen dries really quick, and that gold also. Just double check, lovely stuff. Okay, so I'm getting my white. Okay, so this line is actually dry now, this area, it's a bit wet around the edges. I'm just going to pull his face back in so he's got a bit more form to him. I'm going to use my skinny brush that I used on him last time. A bit of water. Still not pulling it out. And again, I'm just going over these lines just to make sure they're back to white. Not being pretty carefree about it, because I know part of the journey of the canvas, and something might come out in the process. Fatten them up a little bit. Just give them a bit more form. Bring these lines in a little bit more. Okay. So as you can see, it's probably coming out a little bit more just from that other second layer of white over the eyes, over the lines we did last week. Sounds of Pro P for the record. It's smooth as hell. Again, overlaying my brush, so not overlaying, overkilling my brush with the paint. Just so it's fluid. And again, I don't mind about the grey, I don't mind about the rough areas. All part of that journey of the canvas. Right, cool. Wash the brush. Okay, so I want a bit of white on this dude, so I'm just going to colour his nose in. Doesn't matter if I go with the lines, I can redraw them in. Maybe just put his teeth in. Rightio. So again, all I've done is add another little layer onto this guy. I did say only nose. I couldn't help myself. And again, I need these to dry for tomorrow morning. So we are ready to draw directly over them tomorrow. I might give the nose another once over once this layer is dry. So if you see it a little bit different tomorrow, forgive me. I just want to make sure I've got a nice, solid and dry layer to draw on tomorrow. Again, most of this is all about preparation. If you've got your station set up, wow, that is... Leave it. If you've got your station set up, it means you have bought yourself a little bit of freedom. If you've got a bit of elbow room, if you've got your tables covered in newspaper, paper, anything else, then you are ready and you are not limiting yourself to that freedom, to that creativity, and you can go a little bit crazy. Again, if you're painting with your mum and dad or your guardians, please make sure they're covered as well and that you're not getting stuff all over the floor and all that. I've got a dust sheet on my carpet. Excuse me, I've just got paint all over myself. Nothing new. So I'm fully ready. So I can't spill anything. Again, because of the gold, I've spilled some gold on Sticky Vicky. That's fine. You're allowed to do that. Again, on Friday, we'll take these down and we'll have a little gallery just to show you exactly the stages of it. I'm going to leave Mr. Record Sleeve. I'm going to show you though. Just because, again, how it looks on here will be different for how it looks on here. So just come on this side. So again, you can see that really, really nice gold. Beautiful, beautiful gold. It's Montana Liquid for the record. And again, just a simple kind of pattern on the back. I've chosen one of my older ones that I've drawn on. But this will evolve. If anyone's got any ideas for this, give me a shout. In theory, if you have an album, whether it's a real album or a fake album or an air guitar album, let's think of a name for this album, because again, that might give me something, some inspiration for what to draw on it and where the letters can go and all that sort of stuff. He's going back up on there. There we go. Okay, so we've only got another couple of, well, 8 minutes left. So if you're drawing, please keep drawing. Again, if you're stuck with what to draw, let's have a look at these. This was just a doodle wall yesterday for Manchester's Finest. So I just played consequences with myself. I drew a couple of weird shapes. That turned into a mask. I did a happy guy, because if you draw something happy, it brings it out of you a little bit. So again, I just started drawing something happy. Happy dude. We've got a plane, Obsolete Airways. We've got a dog with a foot on him. We've got a sunshine, we've got a crazy dude, we've got a weird looking giraffe, we've got a car, got some stars and the crazy face and leaves, some basic shapes, the heart, triangle, square, anything you like. Again, if you're finding yourself kind of running out of creative juices, listen to your favourite album, draw the album cover, write the lyrics up. If you know the lyrics, write the lyrics. Do it in your handwriting, do it in someone else's handwriting, draw it in a font. Draw stuff, grab some paint, grab anything really, any art materials. It's just all about keeping your head in your hands creative and moving the whole time. I realise there's a lot of, there's the kind of threat of either being lazy or trying to make the most of this time and do everything all the time. Take your time doing it, spread those tasks out a little bit, relax into it a little bit as well. And again, if you can be creative around that as well, 10 million points really. Who else is saying hello? Ryan Swain, I can design you a sleeve tattoo. That would be amazing. Oh, thank you very much, mate. That's really nice of you. Yes, to Josh Wilkinson. Oh, Watkinson, I do apologize. Shouts to Neil as well. Overdrawn Collective in the building. I think I'm done so far. Again, everything's just kind of drying. So again, with this guy, we started out with this layer. We started out blank canvas. I painted him ages ago, probably about a year ago. We drew a skull on him, we painted it, we added some white and layers and layers. I then painted the outside white, put some rune on it. Again, you can see that coming through a little bit. So it's all about layers, I don't know if you can see that. But that kind of subtlety is what I'm looking for as well. I like that, so I'm very glad I painted over it. There was a risk that we would get lost or something. It hasn't been lost, we've kept it. We've done a bit of white over the top. He's going to sit back on the wall till tomorrow. know he's wonky. Everyone say hello to Ron. Thank you to Mr. Dylan Seymour for christening him the other day. And again, what we've done is black, white and gold. They're the 3 colours I'm going to be using this week. Doesn't have to be those colours. Choose 3 of your favourite colours if you are painting. If you just want to draw with me, have me on in the background while we're drawing together. Amazing. Good morning, hello. You're keeping me company easily as much as I'm keeping you company as well. So thank you for that. Thank you for joining us. We have another 4 minutes, 4 little minutes. In fact, let's do something on here. Again, I'm not doing it just because we've got 4 minutes left, but I think we could do something on here. So let's think of a big letter that we can do. I'm going to do a P for Pete. So again, if you want to do, excuse me, what? If you want to do a kind of nameplate, you could draw a letter, the letter of your first name, your surname. You could cut it out, put it on your door, put it on your fridge. Again, give it to somebody, anything like that. So I'm just going to do a big lumpy P like this that we're going to bring, that I'm going to use and bring out. So again, just get my pencil out, just make sure. A little bit more bulbous, rounded. Ah, ruined that last bit. Oh well. It's getting different. So again, even though I made a mistake on that line, it doesn't matter. We can just turn that into a shadow. Okie dokie. So just stop that before Facebook video shuts down on me. Okay, lovely stuff. Cheeky bit of Freddie Waheem. Again, if you're into your hip hop, Freddie Waheem all day. So again, one more layer over the nose and we are done for today. Nice and loosey goosey. Okay, cool. Okie dokie. So it is 11 o'clock. Thank you so much for joining me one more time. This is the 10th day of Paint with Pete. Again, if you're looking for stuff to do over the quarantine, the isolation period, spring, summer, I guess, outside as well, please give me a shout. Have a look at some of the videos. Again, all I'm doing is being creative for 1 hour every day in the morning to keep my head and my hands busy. If you want to join me, please do. Get some pens, grab some paint if you wanted. So, that is us today. Music today was by the infinitely amazing Pro P, P-R space, P-R-O space P. And t-shirt, if my hands aren't wet, Art Battle Manchester. Please check those guys out. Again, Jimmy the Gent, if you want some pop music. Nardwuar the Human Serviette, if you want to see some really amazing interviews. And again, if you want to listen to any of my music, I am Pete Obsolete on everything. I'm also in Dead Kings. Shout out to Mr. Seymour. So that is us today. First couple of layers done on the gold, black and white pieces today. And also a cheeky layer on Ron as well. Lovely stuff. I will see you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. And again, get some water, eat some food, have some fruit, ring somebody, have a nice little chat, get some fresh air. Stay safe, can't even talk. Stay safe, everybody. Lots of love.